Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your monthly reading. We're going to start off today with a little bit of an energy cleansing. Thank you, Palo Santo. Trust that even if you are not with me right now, the spirit of Palo Santo is going to make its way to you. You might not even smell it, or maybe you will if you have clairsentience. And then we're going to jump right into your reading for the month of November, or whenever this reading finds you. Trust that there's no such thing as a coincidence. You're meant to receive this message exactly when you do. And we are going to start off your reading today with some messages from my personal favorite oracle deck, the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle by Kelly Smith. If you are new here, I'm Jenny, and I am a spiritual life and business mentor. I post monthly oracle card readings, and I also post a number of different meditations and inspirational videos here on my channel. If you're resonating with anything that you hear today, I hope that you will you'll subscribe, and maybe even leave me some comments. Wow, you've got some messages coming through already for you. And Cancer, I hope that you will resonate with some of these messages. And if you don't, just leave them for the next one. But I'm certain there's going to be something in today's message for you. We're starting off with two cards, okay? You're getting the self-love card for starters. This is the overall energy of your entire month ahead. So your capacity to love other people, Cancer, is directly related to your capacity to love yourself. So if you have been putting yourself on the back burner and you've also not been receiving love in the way that you want to be receiving it, maybe your partner's not as attentive as you want, you're feeling lonely, you're feeling neglected, well, maybe look at the way that you love on yourself. You're also getting the generosity card, which is a master number 77. I love this card. This card tells us that giving with no strings attached is important right now. A lot of the times we give with the idea that karma is going to pay it back, right? The law of attraction. But this is saying, no, forget about that. Just give your time, give your service. For those of us who are intuitive, give your gifts, give your intuitive gifts. Cancer, you're very mothering. You do tend to put others before yourself. I'm not saying to put others before yourself, because you got the self-love card first. So making sure that you are overfilling your cup, and then you're pouring from that saucer. You're pouring from that saucer. You're filling your own cup so much that you have left over that you can then give generously with absolutely no strings attached, no expectation that you're going to get anything back out of it. But I mean, that is the way the karma does work. So when you give with no strings attached, well, it will come back to you as well. So let's see what else is coming up for Cancer for the month of November, or whenever this video finds you. What else? Can we get a little bit of clarity? Angels, guides, spirit. Can we get a little bit of clarity here for Cancer for the month ahead? What is coming up? All right, you're getting fear, okay? And I can feel that too. Again, that's a very Cancer thing, right? 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. Cancers do tend to be a little bit cautious. You're getting the fear card, okay? So fear is keeping you stuck. Ooh, look at this, okay? Self-love is card number 3. Generosity is card 77. And now you're getting fear card 37, 333777. My goodness. Hello. Okay. So I always talk about how we've got like the angel on one shoulder, the devil on the other shoulder. Really, I don't like to think of it as angels and devil. I think of it as our higher self, our true self, our soul on one side, and our ego on the other side. And the ego loves to use fear. It loves to use fear as a way to keep us safe inside of our comfort zone. So every time you take action towards doing what your soul is nudging you to do, your soul might be saying, you know what? I need to drink more water. I need to stop eating so much takeout. I need to start eating at home. I need to start moving my body. My goodness, my hips are sore. I got to do some more yoga. Whatever it is that your soul is nudging you to do, maybe it's business. I'm a spiritual life and business mentor, and I have these types of things all the time. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to do this new thing in my business. Oh, I'm going to make this new program. Oh, I'm going to write this new email sequence. And then my ego throws fear in my path. Like, oh, wait, what if nobody likes it? Well, it's going to be too much work. I don't have time to do that right now. Your ego is going to use fear as a way to keep you safe inside of your comfort zone. But how has that been working out for you so far? right? We all have an ego. We all experience this fear. And how's it working out? It's not. So the only way to move forward is to listen to those little nudges from your soul, the nudges that tell you how to move exactly where you're meant to be in this life. You're not meant to be sitting here feeling sorry for yourself about where you're at in your journey. Every challenge is a lesson, and every lesson is something we can learn from, but you're not supposed to stay there. You're supposed to integrate that lesson so that life can become better. Are we not? Are we not? Yes, we are. What else is coming up today for Cancer for the month ahead? All right, you're getting old soul. Yeah, I feel that for sure. So many of you have been told this before. You've been told that you're an old soul. Absolutely. And so many of us are right now. So many of us chose to be here on earth right now. So many of us old ass souls, myself included, so that we could do our own inner work. Because when we do our own inner work, there is a ripple effect. And for those of us who are parents, we are creating a huge opportunity for our children to grow up completely different than we did, because we are doing our work. You are an old soul, which means that you have access to the wisdom that you have learned from your past lives, okay? We have so much wisdom that we can tap into. Go into a meditation, listen to some shamanic journeying, whatever it is that gets you in the zone. Sometimes, if you feel like meditation or journeying is a struggle to you, sometimes you're meditating without even realizing it. A lot of the times we're meditating when we're in the bath without a phone, when we are in the shower, when we're going for a walk, when we're driving, when we're doing things that we don't have to think about. A lot of the times we will naturally dip into that meditative state. Those few moments when you first wake up in the morning and those few moments right before you drift off to sleep, we are in that zone. You can really access that wisdom that you already have access to because you are an old soul. We're also going to look at the Wisdom of the Elders deck, and I will have all these decks listed down below in the comments. So if you love these, which I do, of course, what else can we share here with Cancer about their month ahead? So take care of yourself. Don't let that ego get in the way. You've got ancient wisdom that you can access to move through whatever challenges are keeping you up at night right now, Cancer. What else have we got for Cancer? Ooh, you're getting pipe ceremony. This has come up for quite a few of the signs. And of course, we all have all of the signs somewhere in our chart. You might be watching this video for your sun, your moon, or your rising, but you might have different aspects of, well, we all have different aspects of different signs all over our chart. And the prayer, the pipe ceremony card, has come up elsewhere as well. So there might be some crossover for you here. Sacred tobacco is very protective. It's very cleansing. It's very grounding. Things like mapacho and rape, these beautiful plant medicines, are very, very protective, grounding, and cleansing. And one thing that I say all the time is that if we can clear, ground, and protect our energy every single day. And for people like me and people who work as healers, as coaches, as guides, as mentors, if you're working with a lot of people, then you definitely want to be doing this multiple times a day. And some of you, I feel, are like in service-based industries, like maybe you do hair or nails or lashes, or like my husband, maybe you make metal signs, or he made me this. If you are somebody who works with a lot of people, you want to make sure that you're cleansing, grounding, and protecting your energy every single day, multiple times a day. For myself, I do this before and after all client interactions. Because I'm an empath, and probably some of you are as well. And you don't want to be carrying your client's stuff long after they're gone. When they leave, you want them to take all of their energy with them. You don't want to hold on to them. Like, let's say, for example, you have a client who just came in, they just told you about all of their problems, and they're so anxious and they're so overwhelmed, because that happens when you're an old soul. People just open right up to you. They just open right up to you and tell you their whole life story, do they not? If you're resonating with that, you let me know in the comments. But if they're just dumping their whole life story on you and everything they're anxious and overwhelmed about, you might be feeling anxious and overwhelmed yourself and not even realize it's not yours. It's not your anxiety that you're feeling. It is your client's anxiety, because you have not cleansed cleansed, grounded, and protected your energy. This is a big, important message for you, Cancer. I hope if you take anything away from today, it is that right there. And, we can pray for protection. I never used to resonate with praying because I thought it was a religious thing. Only religious people pray. Now I pray every day. Who would have known? I said to my husband, I'm like, do you think it's weird that this is my life now? Because there's no going back. There's no going back, honey. I'm sorry. This is who I am, and I hope you like it. All right, let's see what else is coming up for Gemini for the month ahead. We're going to look now at the Sacred Power Oracle. I love this bad boy, as well as by Anna Stark. She is incredible. What else can we share with Cancer for the month ahead? Okay, you've got boundaries. Once again, this card's come up for a couple of people so far this month, okay? So you are learning how to set boundaries, how to say no when you actually want to say no. You know, when you get that ick feeling in your stomach and you're just like, someone's like, hey, you want to go do this thing? And you're like, sure. No, stop doing that. Stop doing that. That is ignoring your intuition, okay? That feeling you got in your stomach, that was your intuition saying, no, this is not for us. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't even have to think about it. Your body is speaking to you. Are you listening to your body? Your body is speaking to you. Our bodies speak to us all day, every day. And a lot of us don't listen. I was a fat loss coach for over 7 years. I know very well that we can ignore our bodies. I went through my own fat loss journey. I did the whole bodybuilding thing. I ignored my body for years and years and years, but our bodies are speaking to us. So if your body says, no, I don't think so, I don't want to do that, then you better say no, because if you do not, you are going to teach yourself to ignore your intuition. And then when your intuition tells you something really important, you're not going to listen to it because you haven't trained yourself to trust your intuition. On the flip side, maybe you really want to say yes to something. Something sounds really exciting, but your ego is like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Setting boundaries is all about saying yes when you really want to say yes and saying no when you really want to say no. So start to understand your body's cues so you understand what those yeses and those nos feel like. Personally, I like a pendulum. If I'm ever unsure, I'm like, okay, without bias, is this meant for me? Yes, it is. Awesome, let's do it. Or you can do some muscle testing. People go backwards and forwards sometimes with their muscle testing, but what I like to do for muscle testing is I put my fingers around one another and I calibrate it first. Is my name Jenny? Yes, it is. Do I have blue eyes? No, I do not. No, I do not. Do I have green eyes? No, I do not. No, I do not. Do I have brown eyes? Yes, I do. So calibrate it first and then ask your question without bias. Should I go to this thing tonight? No. Why? Maybe they're drinking and I don't drink anymore. Last time I went, I felt peer pressure. Whatever the case is. The thing with boundaries is that when you begin to start setting boundaries, yes, some people might not like it, especially those closest to you. Maybe your spouse doesn't like it. Maybe you used to do all the cleaning and all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I'm getting pretty sick and tired of picking up after a whole nother adult. This is our space, so we should both be contributing to taking care of it. And your spouse might not like that because for the past however many years you've been doing it this whole time. The thing is, when you begin to create boundaries, those who are meant to stay in your life, they're going to rise up and meet those boundaries because they love you, because they care about you, because they're meant to be in your life. Sure, it might be a little uncomfortable for them at first, but they will rise up to meet those boundaries. And those who are not meant to be in your life, they're not going to like it. They're probably going to fall out of your life. And that's okay because they were supposed to do that. We come into each other's lives for reasons, for seasons, and for lifetimes. Now, we are going to go a little bit further into this reading in the extended reading, and the extended is available to anybody who is a part of the Sacred Self-Empowered community. In that extended reading, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the reading itself, but then I'm also going to give you some cards from my essential oil deck. So what essential oils would be great for you to work with for the month ahead? We're also going to look at the romance angels. I feel like there's something about romance here for you. I really do feel that way, Cancer. That's why I brought up the relationship and the boundaries boundaries, because I think some of these boundaries that you are going to be setting are going to be with romantic partners. If you want some details on how to join us in the extended, you can find all of that down below in the comments. I also have all of these beautiful oracle card decks listed down below in the comments as well. And if you are looking to connect in any way, you can find all of that there. If you resonated with any of this reading today, I hope that you will like, subscribe, and leave me some comments down below, and let me know throughout the month how things are going in this beautiful journey. You are going to be doing a lot of inner work this month. I really, really feel that. You're an old soul just like me, and us old souls, we're really committed to that inner work, aren't we? I will see you next month, Cancer. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.